Hey everyone, it's Jay again, and I'm back with more Miscrits. I do not know what number episode this is. I'm going to name it number 2, probably. I'll work on the numbering system later. Really, the fact that they combined the two games seriously screwed up how my setup was, but that's okay. What I really want to talk about is I'm going to be real with you guys in this video, and I mean, I'm always real with you. I'm never fake with you guys. But I wanted to talk about some serious stuff that have been going on in my life right now, and it's why I really haven't been making videos recently. First, I became a bit overwhelmed, honestly. People ask me, specifically with this game in particular, Miscrits, I'm at the point now where the updates are not fast enough for the game, for me to play the game. There's very little going on. The rewards are not really that worth it at least they haven't been worth it. Let's see, Dark Electro, that's kind of cool. Helion I already have, and I do not need Dark Shroomer. I mean, those are the rewards for this season. You know, and I know they've been better in past seasons, but it's just not, I mean, it's just not worth it for me at the moment to really be playing. And I've gotten to the point where I've done everything. I mean, I've done everything. The only thing that I haven't done, and I've talked about this in other videos before, is I haven't hit 1,000. Oh, actually, now that maybe I have now. Hold on. I'll check after this match. There was something that... Oh, he's wind, isn't he? Oh, he's not... Wait, what? I'm confused. Oh, he's lightning. Lightning and fire. Wow, I'm definitely his weakness. Why? He never wants to run against a Rolox. Holy crap. Anyway, sorry. I haven't played this game in a while, so now it's kind of fun, and I'll again, that's a big part of it, and I'll tell you why for this. I thought I could fight and talk at the same time, and I can't. I'm getting too distracted by the fight. Okay. So leave, close that. Oh, okay. I'm at 680 apparently. All right. So are they still separated? Okay, they are still separated. All right. So these are the only things that I haven't done. I haven't gotten 1,000 fights in both Sunfall Kingdom and the Volcano Island battle arenas, and then I haven't done the Miscrit collector stuff, and that's it. And that's all I haven't done. And neither one of those are too terribly difficult to do. The Miscrit collector stuff is a little bit harder, probably. It would probably take me, you know, I could maybe make a series on that, but I don't really know if that would be interesting. And I've been told that as soon as you finish, it just repeats. It just goes back to the beginning, and you don't really get anything worth. It's not really worth doing. I mean, you don't really get anything good out of it, I was told. So that was another thing. And so yeah, I mean, I've beaten every Magicide. I have a great team here. Speaking of my team, someone asked me to show them my stats of my Elite Mama and another Miscrit. I think it was my Elite Freedom. So let me find them. Here's one. This one is the only. This is the one that has only the Tiki Shrinking Potion. About 171 health, 100 speed, 113 elemental attack, 93 physical attack, 134 elemental defense, 104 physical defense. Weird. Okay. Elite Genesis, Elite Mama. This is the one with just Sleep Immunity and Tiki Shrinking Potion, 175 health, 76 speed, 133 elemental attack, 80 physical attack, 107 elemental defense, 113 physical defense. I should have another one. They're really hard to find. Because how they kind of throw them all around like that. I don't understand. Because they mix up like every couple, like every time you click, they mix up, which is really weird. Elite Patriot. Elite Genesis. I should have 2 of each. I should have 2 Elite Genesis. Oh, you know what? No, I remember now. I never got them to level 30. I didn't level them up all the way. There they are. That's why I'm getting confused. I thought I had maxed them out. That's what was confusing me. Okay, well now you got to get the right Rolox and the right sire there. Oh, you're the right Rolox. Which is the right sire then? I think it's you. I'm pretty sure. Sire. Yeah, you're the right sire. The other one has Cage of Despair on it. Right. Yeah, Cage of Despair. Okay. So those are the stats for my Elite Patriot and my Elite Mama, for those who wondered. I am going to replace the Tiki Shrinking Potion, probably on both of them. I know. But anyway, so that's another thing. I mean, I have like one of the best, if not arguably the best team you can get in Miscrits. Sure, they're not fully relic, but 2 of them are, and I have the platinum. I have 1,241 platinum. I could probably, if not fully relic them, get them very close to fully relicked. So I'm not too worried about that. I mean, I've been in the top 100 in every arena before. I've gotten, I was gold like all through until like season 4 or 5, I think, in the arena tournaments. Maybe even further, like 6 or 7. Oh, okay, cool. Go ahead and claim my free gold. I didn't realize I got free gold. Have anything from previous seasons? Nope. I guess season 9 ended. Okay. Which I was just entering both Platinum Arena and Battle Arena. Anyway, so basically I got stressed. I have a lot of things going on in my life. It's already hard for me to make videos nowadays with my new job. That I know that I started in September, so in 4 months I'll be with this company for an entire year. And if you see, about that time is when my videos really started slowing down. That's because it's a 40-hour-a-week job, and it's a very not only is it's time consuming because I have to leave very early to get there on time, because it's about, if I had to go through traffic, it's about an hour and a half to a 2-hour drive. So I just leave way before then, way before traffic even starts, to make sure that I don't have to go through traffic. And then on top of that, you know, I have to come home through that. So I usually, like, I get off work at 5 o'clock, but I'm not home until like 7:30. You know, and I'll usually leave really early in the morning. Like, I'll usually leave at like 4 in the morning. So I'm gone between 4 in the morning to 7:30 in the afternoon, just for my job. And then I come home and I'm exhausted because it not only is it very time consuming, but it's very physically taxing on me because it is a full manual labor job. You know, I'm carrying stoves around and dishwashers and refrigerators, and I'm carrying them up 4 flights of stairs. And we finally got a freaking dolly, like a little like hand dolly, which makes it easier. But we just got that yesterday, and so I've been working, I don't even know how many months now, 8 months without that. Oh my god, it's been rough. It's really been rough. And on top of that, people beg me for Miscrits videos. And I understand this is my most popular series. I know that, and I appreciate that. And thank you so much for sticking with me and watching it all the time, because it makes me really happy. It really does. But I can't. I mean, people. I mean, people were asking minimum 3 a week. But some people were so crazy, they were like, they wanted me to do, literally, and this isn't a joke, I'm not kidding here. They were asking me for 14 a week. They wanted me to do a minimum of 2 a day. They wanted me to have 1 in the morning and 1 at night, and just do 2 a day. And I was like, I can't. I was like, there's no way I can do that. And at the same time, I've gotten to the point where I've done everything in this game, and I'm kind of ready to move on. You know, like I'm still willing. I'm getting to the point where I am with Ninja Saga. You know, for Miscrits, where I'm okay. You know, trying to get the rewards, I guess, and I'm okay showing updates and stuff like that. But until like a really big update happens, like Volcano Island, I'm almost feel like I'm done with this game. And I'm ready to move on. And I'm trying to move on to bigger, better titles. I'm going to be buying Grand Theft Auto 5 very soon. I'm really... I know Payday 2 is kind of an old game now, but I've been loving it. I just got into it, and I'm really, really enjoying it. And I expect videos of that. I'm going to be playing more Saints Row Gather to Hell. If you guys want to see me play more Borderlands as a pre-sequel, I can definitely do that. I'm going to be playing Heroes of the Storm as soon as that comes out in July. And I don't know if I mentioned League of Legends, but I'm going to be doing some League of Legends videos. I will give Dota 2 a try, and I'll try that game as well. And in October, I'm going to be playing some horror games. And I'll play whatever horror games you guys suggest, whether it's going to be Five Nights at Freddy's series, and or if you guys want me to go through... I heard they're making a brand new Amnesia game that should be coming out. So looking forward to that. And then there was that other really good game that came out where you're in a mental hospital, and they actually had a sequel to that already too, and that was a really, really good horror game. And I don't love horror games, but I'm definitely really going to play some, at least in October, at least in the month of October. And maybe more other times if those seem to get popular. But yeah, I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm like, okay, my computer can run these really good games. I bought this computer so that I could move on, and yet still I ended up getting stuck somehow back into Miscrits. And people have even called me the Miscrits YouTuber, and that makes me sad. It makes me sad, honestly. I mean, yeah, I know, I love the game. It's a great game. This game is, as far as Facebook games go, 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Solid 8 out of 10. Really. I mean, it's a good game. It's definitely worth, if you like Pokemon, but you can't afford Pokemon, it's definitely worth getting. It's definitely worth checking out. I mean, really, if that's definitely how I see it. If you can't afford Pokemon, but you love Pokemon, play Miscrits. It's free, it's a fun game, and it's here, you know, and easy to access. And remember, you know, and now it's better, in my opinion. Now that it's one game, it's better. It really screwed me up because it made me feel like I wasted. Really, that hit me a lot. When the game combined, and like it just all happened all at once. The game combined, and that really screwed me up. It made me feel bad because I felt like I wasted money on the game, because I was buying when I got Miscrits, which I didn't buy too many. But when I did buy them, I'd have to buy them 2 at a time, because I had to buy 1 for Volcano Island and 1 for Sunfall Kingdom. I never in my wildest dreams thought one day they're going to combine the 2 games. I never thought that would happen. And when that happened, it really hit me. And I was like, wow, I feel like I just wasted so much money on the game. And then I started thinking about how much time I spent on the game. And just, I don't know, just all hit me all at once. And then I started reading my comments, and I took a little bit of break. I was only going to take like a 3-day break, but I got so many messages that they didn't say, hey, Jay, I noticed you haven't been making videos recently. Are you okay? That's not what they said. They said, hey, I noticed you haven't been making Miscrits videos recently. It's like they didn't care. They didn't care about any of my other videos. They didn't care about any other content that I made. It was Miscrits or nothing. And I was like, I was like, I do other content. I make other games. I play other games. And and it's really why I feel like I need to separate myself from this game, because people see me as the guy who makes Miscrits videos, and that's not what I want to be. That's not who I am, and that's not what I want to be. I love this game. This is a great game, but I need to move on from it. You know, I mean, I hate that I got stuck in this, because I used to be the guy who made Ninja Saga videos, and then it changed to the guy who makes Miscrits videos. And I just want to be the guy who makes lots of videos from lots of games, and you know, and people enjoy the game, you know, watching me for me. You know, and not, of course, the game as well, but because I'm the one who's sharing it, you know? I don't know. Maybe that's selfish. I don't know if that's selfish saying that or not, but I feel like it was selfish when I said it. Anyway, the other reason why, and this is, there's two reasons why, and that was one of them. That's the biggest reason. But the other reason why this hit me so hard it was just at this particular time, is recently my oldest brother, David, is very sick. And I've known since January he's been sick. He has cancer. And he's been going through chemotherapy ever since January, which is when I found out about it. And he lives in Virginia, I live in Georgia. I technically could visit him, but that's about a 10 to 12 hour drive for me. And I have work, and it's hard to get off work. And I can't really visit him right now. I mean, it costs a lot of money to go, because I'd have to find a place to stay and everything, and I love him, and I hate the fact that I can't see him right now, but I can't. It is something that I'm saving up to do. I need to see him, and I will go see him as soon as I can. I just haven't been able to yet. And also, I didn't know it was so bad. I thought he was going to be okay, and everyone said he was going to be okay, until about a week and a half ago, when I talked to my mom, and because she's with him. My mom him and I have the same mom, and I know that sounds weird to say for you guys. You're like, of course she's your brother. Of course you guys have the same mom, but I have a very big family, and we don't all have the same mother. In fact, I'm the only kid who has my dad and my mom. all of my other brothers and sisters either have a different dad or a different mom. So, anyway, back to what I was saying. But yeah, I just found out about a week and a half ago that the cancer that he has, it has 4 stages, and he is currently in the 3rd stage of his, and the chemo, his body is not responding well to the chemo, and in fact it's doing the exact opposite of what they were hoping it would happen. They were hoping that he has an ulcer and it's in his stomach, and they were hoping that the cancer would shrink from the chemo, and then they could just remove it. They would just cut it out, because it's too dangerous to cut out right now. It's too big. But unfortunately, it has actually enlarged. It's actually inflamed and enlarged and grown, despite the chemo. And it has already gotten to a point now where the doctors have said he's incurable, and that they're going to put him in hospice. And hospice is a word that I didn't know. And I was like, hospice? I've never heard that word before. And so I decided to look it up. And I looked it up, and it is apparently a place where people put you when you're dying, and they are pretty sure you're gonna die, and they just kind of put you there and help you feel comfortable until you die. And I did not know about that, and when I found out about that, I was just like, wow, this is real. This is serious. This is happening. And I never really knew him, to be honest with you. I mean, like, he was pretty much not even in my life at all until I was like 8. Like, I didn't even know, because he's 12 years older than me. He's 12 years older than me. You know, and he lived with my mom while I lived with my dad. So when I was 8, when I finally met him, that means he was 20. And I remember I met him, and he was like getting married. He said he was going to get married, and he had this daughter, and it wasn't his daughter; it was the woman's daughter, and but he was going to marry her, and it would become his daughter, you know, through the marriage, and she was going to be my niece. And the funny thing was that she was only like 2 years younger than me. She was like 5 or 6, and I'm 7. And I just thought that was kind of cool, how I had this, you know, niece that was so close in age to me. And but that marriage didn't work out, and David went on his own life, and I didn't see him again until I was like 13, and he really tried to get into my life, and that's when I kind of learned a little bit more about him, and I kind of didn't like how he was. Him and I were two completely different people. Him and I were two way different people, and I'll talk about what I mean in a second. And then I didn't see him again, and then I didn't see him again until my 21st birthday, pretty much. And I mean, I've only seen him like a handful of times in my entire life, and I've spoken to him on the phone even less. And I remember he came over April 11th, the day before my birthday. And I was 20, about to be 21, and he was I think I was in class or school in college, and I had just left, and he was like, "Hey, let's go out to a bar," and I was like, "I can't, I'm not 21 yet," and he's like, "You're close enough." He's like, "You're gonna be 21 in less than 24 hours. Let's go out to a bar." And I was like, okay, because I had never been to a bar. I mean, I was kind of an innocent kid. Even now, I'm kind of an innocent person, you know? And he took me out, and we went to a bar, and I had my first beer, and I thought it was disgusting. So disgusting that I didn't drink it. I was wasted. And then the bartender was like, "Oh, you just had the wrong beer. Let me get you another one." He gave me another beer, and I thought that one was even worse than the first one. And I took like 2 sips, and the guy gave it to me for free, and he was like, "It's only free if you drink the whole thing." But I didn't. I took like 2 sips and then just didn't touch it again. And the whole time, my brother's like really trying to get me to drink, and I think it's nasty. And he's like, "Oh, it's an acquired taste. You get used to it. Just keep trying to drink." And I was like, "David, this just isn't my thing. I'm 21 now. I know what I'm doing. You know, I know what I like and I know what I dislike." And he's like, "Oh, you don't really know." And he was married at this time now to a new woman, and he is just still flirting with every girl, and he's like smacking girls' butts and getting phone numbers and you know, and it's just not my thing. You know, that's just not the type of person that I am, and that's the type of guy he is. You know, he's this really muscular guy, big muscular guy, really strong. You know, he's always been into sports and everything, and he likes drinking and getting drunk, and he likes partying, and he likes, you know, flirting with girls and getting numbers, and I mean, I like anime and video games. I'm a nerd. I like anime and video games. I like, you know, if I have a girlfriend, I'm very, very, very to that girl, you know, to that one girl, and no, there's no way that I could be married to a girl ever and getting other girls' numbers. I just do not see myself ever being able to do that. And that's just the type of guy that he is. And what's worse is that I heard so many stories later about how he would like get drunk and beat his wife, and how he would just flirt with other girl. And I remember the worst story that I had ever heard, and he denies it to this day, but from everyone else I know, from all of his friends, from even my family members, and from her friends, they said, yeah, the story is definitely true. Only he says otherwise. And I don't know who to believe, him or them. So but I tend to believe them because this kind of makes sense from what I've known of him. And basically what the story was is that he kept going to strip clubs. He kept going up to strip clubs and getting drunk with the guys. And so his wife said, oh, well, if you can go to the strip club, so can I. And he was basically like, no, you can't. He's like, I'm the man of the house. I own you, basically. And you can't go out. You're my wife. You must stay here, clean the kitchen, take care of kids if we get some kids. And I go out and I work and make the money. And I can go out and have good times with, and see and look at naked women, but you can't do that. You can't go out and see naked men. That's not how that works. And she said, watch me. And he said, I don't believe you. And she went out with a bunch of girls, and she went to a male strip club, and she got drunk and had a good time. And when she came back home, he beat her. He beat her to the point where she was almost hospitalized, and the police had to come and stop everything. And I was just amazed when I heard, and baffled when I heard this. I was like, are you kidding me, David? How can you be how could you have done this? How could you do this? And he denies it to this day. That never happened. But this is what I knew of him. This is all I knew of him. That he was kind of a womanizer, kind of a racist, not the smartest person in the world, a party animal, a player, I don't know if I said womanizer, but a womanizer. And this is what I knew of him. But he's always been my brother. And I've always loved him, as my brother. And so I don't know what to feel. And I'm confused and conflicted. Because, of course I love him. And of course I want him to live. I don't want him to be sick. I'm mostly worried about my mom, honestly. Because she's with him. She's with him now. She's with him every day. She lost her job and lost her home. Trying to take care of him for these past 5 months. She was never really doing well financially. She's always been struggling financially since as far as I can remember. At least for the past 10 years, probably. She's been really struggling financially, just barely making it every single month. And I want to help her so much. I want to help her so much. I love my mom, and I wish I could buy her a house and let her stay in it. I don't want to live with my mom. I love her. I don't want to live with her, though. But I wish I could buy her a place that she could stay, and I can't. Because I'm barely hanging on myself. And, she's not doing well. I mean, she's there with him every single day, and I'm glad, because someone has to be, and I can't be. But she spends all of her money on him, and she's barely, she's getting sick now. her health hasn't been very great for the last like 4 or 5 years either. She's gonna be 58 in October, and I know that's still young. I know that's still young. It really is, but she doesn't take care of herself, and so it's really hurting her. And I mean, I love her and I want her to be okay, but there's nothing I can do. What do you do when there's nothing you can do? For people who know me personally, I'm also an atheist. So it's not like I can pray to God. I don't believe God exists. I don't believe prayers do anything. So it's kind of silly to pray. Do I pray anyway? Is the gesture enough? That's what my Christian friends and Catholic friends are telling me. That I should pray anyway, even if I don't believe that praying does anything. And I can't send her money to take care of herself because I know that she won't spend it on herself. She'll give it to David. And I don't know what to do. So all that's been going on. And I've been struggling with that. And it's been hard. And I don't know if I should be sharing this with the whole world. It's kind of silly when you think about it. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. I know if my dad ever found out about this video, he'd think I was an idiot. Talking about this. He thinks that these matters should be kept personal and private. They should never be shared with people. And I understand that. But at the same time, you guys are kind of, there for me. Usually, some of you. Except for the ones that send me freaking death threats when I don't make a Miscrits video. Oh my goodness. Oh, the death threats, I swear. Seriously, I have gotten messages since if you don't make a video, I will kill you. I have literally gotten that message. Anyway. I know this, I freaked people out the last time I said this, but I'm going to say it again. I do love you guys. And I hope you guys can respect me and come with me and join me when I try to play other games. And because I am going to try and move on. And I'm going to try to move on in lots of ways. Lots of ways I'm trying to change right now. Financially, physically, emotionally, mentally, and with my channel. I'm really trying to change a lot. But in all good ways. In ways that should be better. Anyway, thanks for listening. I know this really wasn't a Miscrits video. I'm only going to be ranting. I mean, I did one match. And that's it. Yeah. Anyway. Thanks as always. I do appreciate it. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later.